Grammy Mary makes her famous Italian garlic potatoes. Oh, this way.
Alright, today we're going to make my whole family's favorite potatoes. They go with any kind of a roast, any kind of a complement with salad. They're delicious. They're called Italian garlic rosemary potatoes. The ingredients are 4 pounds of potatoes. I'm mixing red and white. You can make them all one, it's up to you. Rosemary, garlic cloves, whole garlic cloves, salt, pepper, and butter, and olive oil. That's it. At the very end, we add some wine. Okay, the wine comes last. Alright, you begin by washing your potatoes and making sure you pat them dry. They should be dry before you cut them. Then you take your potatoes and you cut them into, they're like, I guess you could call them a cube, but probably get about a dozen pieces out of a medium-sized potato. And you put them into a nice 14 by 11 pan. Okay? I'll get the whole process showing you, and then we will cut. Now that we have our potatoes cut into proper size pieces, we begin by drizzling them with some olive oil. And drizzle. It is drizzle because they will cook down to it. And we don't want a lot of grease in the bottom. Okay. Then, add salt. This is kosher salt. Salt them pretty liberally because potatoes can take the salt and the flavor will come out. Okay, that's pretty liberal. Dusting of salt and pepper. Not so heavy with the pepper unless you love pepper. There we go. That's that. Some beautiful fresh rosemary. Strip them down and just sprinkle the little whatever pieces of the rosemary with my potatoes. Flavor is just wonderful. Again, quite a bit. And lastly, well, not last now, next is the garlic. There's another one. Now I have 2 pans, so I have a lot of garlic here. You want a nice sized pieces of garlic, and you don't have to be real fussy with it, just give them nice slices because they are going to right along with it and caramelize right with them. So you just give a sprinkling of your garlic slices all over. Garlic, salt, pepper, olive oil, and the butter just bring the potatoes to a delicious caramelization. That's what you're looking for. These will go into a 350-degree oven. In total, they will probably cook about 2 hours by the time you are turning them constantly and caramelizing them, and then you want your wine when you add that on the last 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So you want to give them time to get nice and caramelized. They'll brown beautifully. Bring them out of the oven, let them sit a minute, and then start stirring them. Because after they sit a minute, they're going to be a lot easier to stir. Put them back in. That last 45 minutes, add your wine. Keep them stirred up. Just keep an eye on them. If you're making a roast, you start your potatoes first. Because most times if you do a beef roast, it will take as long. Pork doesn't take as long. So your potatoes have to go longer. They're the first thing you start. Okay. Right before you put them in the oven, I just give them some dollops of butter. Just olive oil and butter make a nice combination with them. Just dot the butter all around them. And they are ready to go in the oven. And that's what they should look like. Ready to go. As you stir, they will get the olive oil mixed. They'll be perfect. Good luck. In about 2 hours, almost 2 hours later, my potatoes are ready for the wine. Now I'm just going to drizzle some white wine into my potatoes. Put them back in the oven, and they will continue for another probably 45 minutes to go. I've stirred them about 3 or 4 times just by tossing like that. And now the wine will be distributed. They will be finished when the majority of them have a nice brown toasted glow to them. In another 45 minutes they'll be ready. At this point they are cooked. We're ready for the caramelizing. That's it. Now the potatoes are finished. And you plate the potatoes up and serve it with the flank steak meat or any roast. They are delicious, and include the wine sauce, which is on the bottom. And enjoy my family's favorite potato.